All right. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you enjoying the con so far?
Well, we just started, and I'm ecstatic. I love doing these shows.
Awesome. Yeah. So how do you do these like every year? Or is this...
Oh, no, actually, I rebranded my store, Armani Wells, so I'm open only by appointment now, and I've been open for 28 years. And the reason I did that is so I can do more shows.
Really?
So I'm booked through, so far, I'm booked through November of 2020. Probably at least 2 times a month, sometimes 1 a month, all over the world.
Okay.
And then I'm at my store in between. So when people go to armaniwells.com, then they schedule. But like, for instance, this month, there's 2 days available to schedule with me. It's amazing.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part of doing these conventions?
I love the fan communication. I love seeing someone so excited and so happy and having the ability to bring so much happiness so easily. It just is, I mean, how can you not be happy at the end of the day when I give my whole heart and soul to everybody, so it helps live in the present. And also, there's such a beautiful communication with a total stranger that's not a stranger because you have something in common. And then I love seeing that there's a place for everyone to come to where they can dress up and they can just be who they want to be. And whether it's a cartoon character, or I see a ton of Jennifer Parkers and Martys and Docs. It's just it's a beautiful community.
So you're best known for Back to the Future.
Yes.
What's the most disappointing thing that from the movie that has not happened in real 2015? Like, what would you have liked?
You can't put a little teeny pizza in the microwave and have it grow into a big one. Now that one I'm a little upset about.
That too. Scientists need to get working on that.
I think it's about time.
Yeah.
NASA could at least do that, right?
Exactly.
I'm a NASA girl, that's why I said NASA.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had items in the Orion space shuttle that lifted off in 2014. It's the shuttle, actually capsule, that was the practice one for the men to go into when they go to Mars. And I had 4 items in it. It went around the world in 24 hours, landed in Baja, Mexico. I was at the launch at Cape Canaveral. It was extraordinary. In fact, I had a clock tower flyer in there where I wrote, "I love you, NASA 555-4823. I had a picture of Marty and I had a picture of my father and me, and my dad's going to be 95 in February. And I became a NASA girl. I asked them, I said, put me on the short list. So I've been to 3 different launches.
Really?
Oh, I went to the one for Bintu it went to the asteroid that's the oldest rock of all mankind.
Yeah. That's super cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to get to Mars anytime soon?
Okay, so I had breakfast with this wonderful guy, Peter, the next day, who's building the engine for the Orion shuttle. We were booked. I was on the guest list. It was supposed to be December 2018. So there's been a delay. Oh, sorry, let me just go. So I don't know what the update on that is.
Okay.
But it's definitely going to happen. It's definitely in the works.
Okay.
And he's so funny. I texted him and he called me back and he said, I'm so sorry. We got an engine part that I was just testing out, and I'm so sorry I didn't respond to your text right away. And I was like, you're about to change the whole world and you're apologizing for taking 10 minutes.
So polite. That's awesome.
It was funny, yeah.
So Back to the Future is one of the biggest pop culture phenomenon even today, right? What's it like being part of that lexicon for so long, like in a franchise that's been so popular for so long?
That's why I changed my life around to do all these shows, because it's such an honor and it's such a blessing and it's such a grand part of my life experience. And I didn't want it just to fly by while I'm, going to work every day at my store, when I wanted to do all of it. It's become such a big part of my life. And hello, Chris. And he's a super fan. He comes to my store. It's like being in The Wizard of Oz or Gone with the Wind or some of those movies that I grew up cherishing. Sound of Music. Out of all the movies I almost got Gremlins, Goonies, Young Sherlock Holmes, Adventures in Babysitting was between me and Phoebe Cates and Elizabeth Shue. Back to the Future is the one I got, and I couldn't be more happy about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about it do you think is, what about Back to the Future is why is it so relatable to fans? Like why is it such a big movie, this many years past its debut?
I think the acting is so realistic in it, and the characters are so human in it, and it's a fantasy reality. So you dream something up and you think something up, and it actually occurs and happens. So I think that that has a lot to do with it.
Is there any of your work that when you go to these conventions, people come up to you and say, like, that's what they know you for? Is there anything that surprises you? What they say is...
I'm surprised that some people really can name off a lot of things I've done. Herbie the Love Bug is one that a lot of people know. And Dean Jones starred in it. I was his love interest daughter, so I was a regular. That's a big... I'm a car girl by proxy, because I drove Herbie before I even drove a car. And then, of course, the DeLorean. I starred in 6 series and episodics and movies of the week, school break specials, all these things, but it's Back to the Future and Herbie the Love Bug. Mostly Back to the Future.
2 of the most iconic cars in media history, probably.
Say it again?
2 of the most iconic vehicles in media.
That's true. Absolutely true.
Yeah. So give me a little bit more about your store.
My store is, isn't that funny? Armani Wells. It's very high. I've had it for 28 years. I opened when I was 25. Before men's resale was even a thing. And what I do is I have very high-end, perfect condition, current style only clothing just for men. So it's Brioni and Keaton and Armani, Versace, Canali, Zegna, Prada, Gucci, everything that's only high-end. It's brand new condition, and I sell it for about 20% of retail. So I've chosen everything that's in the store, and then when men come in, I style them. Literally, all they have to do is walk in. I'll even button your shirt. I look at you, and I can tell what would be great on you. I can, like, you're a 42 long.
That's pretty cool.
I'm really good at dressing men. I know. It's like being an idiot savant about sizes.
Superpower. Right?
It's a superpower.
Yeah.
Someone else said that.
Perfect.
So I'm open by appointment, ArmaniWells.com. I'm the only one who does everything there. There's not going to be an employee someone doesn't find someone else. They're going to only find me in that store, or the store's not open.
Yeah.
And I just love it. So ArmaniWells.com. I am available certain days each month, and I'm gone a lot of the time. But that store will be there forever. It's part of my heart.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
So you've been to a lot of cons. Have you been to Texas before?
Yes, but I've never been to Austin before.
Oh, okay.
And I'm very happy to be here. And I'm actually, which is not common, I'm staying an extra 3 days just to play and really see the sights.
Really? What are you excited about visiting?
I've been asking around. I'm a foodie, so I'm hearing about a lot of great restaurants. Of course, barbecue. I have to have barbecue.
Right.
I was told there's really good hiking. I was told about 2 different hiking routes. And the guy said, it's not good weather, but I don't care. I brought tennis shoes. I've got sweaters. So I love hiking.
Yeah,
what else? What am I missing?
You want nightlife, 6th Street, Rainy Street?
Between 6th and 9th Street, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good place to go. East side of town is growing quickly, so that's always a fun place to go. The Green Belt is great to hike in. It's so much fun. So
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to.
Barton Springs Green Belt. That's the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm normally very fit from hanging suits and doing all that every day, and now that I'm not there every day, I need to now actually walk and. Yeah.
So you say you're a NASA person, so I guess you've been to Houston a lot. Is that
I've been what?
To Houston more?
No, because I was at Cape Canaveral in Florida.
Florida, okay.
And then I was at the first launch in 50 years at the NASA place in like 2 hours from Los Angeles.
Right. Cool. Awesome.
I know. I'm very not what you would expect.
That's super interesting. I love that.
Thank you.
So how does Austin, living up to the expectations so far?
My hotel's beautiful.
Okay.
Everyone's super kind. I love the weather. I love traveling. I love everywhere I am. I've got a great room with a kitchen. I spent hours putting everything away, so I make everywhere I am home. I even hide my suitcases because I don't want to glance at them, because wherever I am, I'm home.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at things.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's all I've got for you today. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, my
and talking to
pleasure.
me. This is
Oh,
great.
you know what? If people want if they can't make it here, ClaudiaWells.com is where they can find. I sell pictures and send them all over the world. But it's very important for people to come here, and I have a picture that no one's ever seen except online.
Oh, wow.
I posted a headshot from when I was 15, and everyone online said, "Oh, bring it to the shows, bring it to the shows."
Yeah.
So I actually had it printed and did.
It kind of looks like that. No, it's pretty much the same.
That is 37 years ago.
All right.
And she was 2.
I'm 53 and a half next month. I love age. I have no problem with it.
That's a great way to look at life.
Well, plus Wikipedia has been around since I was 18. It says Claudia Wells, born in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia in 1966. So, since I was 18, if I ever wanted to fib about my age, it's not.
It's like Babe Ruth, just make up whatever year he
But you know what? I love age and birthdays.
All right, perfect. Unhook you from all this